everyone, welcome. Today we are talking about my anticipated releases for the month of July, August and September. So summer and a bit of fall. Hope you enjoy. So it's currently, I have my laptop right here, it's currently the 10th of July, so some of the books I'll be talking about are already out, and I have no idea when this is going up, so that just makes it worse. But I wanted to talk about all the books in July, all the books in August, and all the books in September, and I have 20 in total, so let's get with it. Let's get with it, let's get on with it. This isn't really organized in a specific way, except I'll be talking about the books in the order that they come out. So the first book I want to talk to you about is Growing Things and Other Stories by Paul Tremblay. I'll also be looking down at my laptop quite a lot, so excuse me. Growing Things and Other Stories is a collection of short stories by Paul Tremblay, and from what I understand, they are stories within the psychological, suspense and horror genre. I really like short stories, I really enjoy short fiction, and I really like creepy things. I have the Goodreads open, the Goodreads page, so I'm just gonna give you a little taste. They have a description from one of the stories, and the description says, 4 men rob a pawn shop at gunpoint, only to vanish one by one as they speed away from the crime scene in The Getaway, which sounds so creepy and so amazing, so I can't wait to get this book, which came out in July 2nd. Next book I want to talk to you about is a book BookTube is really excited about, and it's called The Wilder Girls by Rory Power. Apparently this is about a bunch of girls in a boarding school in an island, and they just start dying off one by one, and one of the girls has to be left trying to find what's happening to them. This is apparently queer as well. I'm not sure if the main character is gay, she's bi, I'm not sure, but I've been told it's queer, so I'll take it. I'll take anything, really. And I really like the boarding school setting, so I'm really excited to see what Rory Power has to offer us. Oh, and this book came out July 9th. Next book I'm really excited to read is How We Became Wicked by Alexander Yates. This is a plague book. So I think it's a plague that's spread by mosquitoes, and it kind of affected the entire population, or a big part of the population. This plague, which is called the Wicked, ended up dividing the population into 3 sections, 3 groups. One of them, the people who are infected, one of them, the people who are hiding and haven't been bitten yet, and the third group, the people who have been bitten and didn't suffer any of the effects. So the people who are infected but don't show symptoms. And obviously those people are probably like hunted down to try and find the cure for the wicked. I really want to read more plague books. I kind of like this dystopian aesthetic, this kind of it's the end of the world mentality. I think it's really interesting. I think it lets authors explore really amazing plots. So I'm really excited for this, and this comes out July 23rd. Really excited. Next book I want to talk to you about is Before I Disappear by Danielle Stinson. This is kind of one of those, I think this is really in fashion now, the people start disappearing from a town books. I don't really know much about it. I don't want to know a lot more about it. I'm really interested in this kind of stories. Again, it follows the whole dystopian aesthetic without really being dystopian. And this has a really cool cover. A lot of books coming out in the 3 months, actually in all of 2019, have really amazing covers, so that's amazing to see. This book in particular comes out on July 23rd as well. Next book I want to talk to you about is fantasy YA, I think, and it's called Shatter the Sky by Rebecca Kim Wells. From what I've gathered, this is, you know, a whole I've gotta save this person adventure fantasy, but it's gay, so do I need to tell you more? It also has dragons, which, if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me scream about How to Train Your Dragon, the entire trilogy, the most amazing trilogy of all time, 115 times, and I actually don't really like reading about dragons, so I'm trying to get more into it, and maybe I'm just not reading the right books. So actually, if you have any recommendations for dragon books, please let me know. But I'll definitely want to get into I was about to say Shatter the Sky, and read about some gay girls and some gay dragons. Please. Hopefully the dragons are gay. Does that even make sense? Okay, next book. And Shatter the Sky comes out July 30th, by the way. If you wanted to know, now you know. Next book coming out in July is The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. All I know about this book is that it has at least 3 characters, which ensemble cast, amazing, and a mercy killing group. So, do we need to know more about this? This is a fantasy. I was about to say obvious, so you could have a mercy killing group in real life. This is a fantasy. Comes out July 30th as well. Really excited for it. Again, beautiful cover. Next book I want to talk to you about, I'm actually really excited, and it's called House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I think this book sounds amazing. So basically this follows a family living in a manor by the sea. And this family used to have 12 children who were girls. 12 daughters, that's the word for children who were girls, and they slowly started to die off in tragic and increasingly tragic ways. Now, the one thing that really gets me about this book is it says the sisters of our main character, who's one of the daughters who's still alive, go out every night to attend, and I'll quote, to attend glittering balls, dancing until dawn in silk gowns and shimmering slippers. And this reminds me of a classic tale that I can't remember the name of right now, but I'll put the name here because I'm sure I'll be able to find it, because I used to be obsessed with it as a child. And I've thought multiple times about a retelling of that specific tale. So I'm not sure if this is a retelling of that, but it has kind of similar vibes with the whole dancing thing, and I'm really excited to get to it. This comes out August 6th. Next, I have a book that I haven't even read the description for, and it's To Be Taught If Fortunate, a novella by Becky Chambers. This is set in the same universe as The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and the reason why I'm pointing at it is because my phone and my tripod are standing on top of it right now. I'm reading it, and I'm really enjoying it. So I don't want to spoil myself by reading the description, but I think this novella is set before those books. But I really enjoy Becky Chambers' writing and her characters, so I'll be sure to be picking this one up. It's only 176 pages, it's a novella, and it comes out August 8th. Next book coming out in August is The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee. I have a big goal of reading more historical fiction this year, which is not going great. And this book seems to be quite amazing. It follows a girl who works as a maid for a man in Atlanta. And she also writes this column for a newspaper, and she talks about race and gender in this column. And this sounds quite amazing. I'm looking forward to it. It comes out on August 13th. 13th. Next book is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Morin. Shelby Morin. This book has been getting some amazing reviews already, and it follows a witch and a priest. Now, I know I don't like hate to love, so I'm not sure this is the one for me, but also it sounds amazing. I love books that deal with religion. This is kind of a fantasy, historical fantasy, that's what it's called. Really love those. So I don't know. I'm cautiously excited, and I'm waiting for some more reviews from people I trust to come out. But this comes out on September 3rd. There's actually so many cool books coming out in September, it's crazy. So next book is There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rosepool. This has an ensemble cast. I think this is Russian inspired. There are prophecies. I don't need anything else from this book. This is one of my most anticipated releases for this trimester. I'm so excited. The cover looks so like woo, you know? It just looks woo. I just want to read you the characters that make up this ensemble cast. So, a prince exiled from his kingdom, a ruthless killer known as the Pale Hand. Interesting. A once faithful leader torn between his duty and his heart. A reckless gambler with the power to find anything or anyone. Also interesting. And a dying girl on the verge of giving up. I'm so excited. I'm actually surprised they don't say perfect for the fans of Six of Crows. But I'm really excited for this book. And I'm hoping it won't disappoint, because sometimes I get scared with being really hyped for a book. So this comes out on... when does this come out? September. This comes out on September 3rd, and I'll definitely be picking it up. Next book is another one of my most anticipated releases for the entire year, actually, and it's Loki, Where Mischief Lies by Mackenzie Lee. I love Loki with all my heart, and I think Mackenzie Lee wrote them as genderqueer and pansexual. I can't find it in the description, but I think that's what I saw over on Twitter a couple of months ago when this book was getting like the super hype. I really don't need to know what happens. All I need to know is Loki is there, Loki is queer, and this comes out on September 3rd. A great date for new book releases. Next we have Kingdom of Souls by Rana Baron. This book follows witch doctors, which really is all I need to know. But this is also an African-inspired fantasy, which ding ding ding, all the points. I'm so excited for this book. This cover is so nice. Like, look at this. This cover is amazing. And this comes out on September 10th. So yeah, I'm really excited for this book. I feel like I'm not telling you a lot about these books, but it really is because I hear a couple of words about a book and I don't even read the description. If those words are like my buzzwords, I don't care about anything else, and this book is no exception. This is Gideon Knife by Tamsin I'm actually so sorry. Tamsin Muir. I'm so sorry. All that I know about this book is that it follows lesbian necromancers. So I don't need to know anything else except that it comes out on September 10th. Oh, and the cover again is amazing. And there's a pre-order incentive. There's a pre-order for Black Edges, which is so cool, but I'm very poor. Next we have another short story collection, and it's His Hideous Heart, edited by Dahlia Adler and with a bunch of other authors. So this is actually an anthology with a bunch of YA authors writing short stories for it. And this is a bunch of retellings for Edgar Allan Poe works. So sounds great, sounds very gothic. Again, I love anthologies, I love some creepy things. This comes out on September 10th as well. Whew! September will have my wallet. Next we have something that it's really hard for me to explain why I'm excited for, and that's The Institute by Stephen King. I haven't read a single Stephen King book in my wait, no, that's a lie. I read Pet Sematary. Is Pet Sematary by Stephen King? I read Pet Sematary, if that's by Stephen King. I don't really remember it. I haven't watched the film either. But I really want to read more Stephen King books. And I don't feel like going back to the classics already. So I kind of want to pick up a new release and just see what happens. So The Institute comes out again September 10th. I'll just pick it up and see what happens. I think this follows a kid who is kidnapped and wakes up in this tiny room without windows. So we'll see where this goes. Again, coming out on September 10th, we have The 10,000 Doors of January by Alix E. Harrow. This is a portal fantasy. It's set somewhere in the 1900s. So I don't really need to know anything else. I've been craving some different Portal fantasy since really loving the Every Heart a Doorway Wayward Children, the Wayward Children series by Shannon McGuire. Then again, we have another anthology. It's called It's a Whole Spiel, edited by Catherine Locke and Laura Silverman. This is an anthology of short stories about Jewish characters. I think it's YA. I think it'd be really cute. I don't read a lot about Jewish characters, and I'm excited to pick it up. This comes out, we've left September 10th and moved on to September 17th. 17th. Oh, that's so hard to say. Second to last book I'm excited for this trimester is The Bone House by Emily Lloyd Jones. This sounds really creepy. It talks about a lot about graveyards and bones and kind of these undead creatures that happen because of a curse. It sounds really, really creepy, and that's probably the only reason why I want to read it. I think I heard someone talking about it. Maybe someone talked about it and I just got really excited. But it sounds quite fun. It sounds like adventure-y, creepy shit. And this comes out September 24th. For our last book, and again one of my most anticipated releases of the year, we have The Infinite Noise by Lauren Shippen. This is based on the Bright Sessions podcast. If you've never heard about the Bright Sessions podcast, it follows a therapist who has clients who have special powers of some kind. It's really cool. It's super, super queer. I really enjoy it. I've probably listened to it more than 2 or 3 times. And this follows one of my favorite characters, who's Caleb, and his boyfriend, and they're really cute, and I'm really excited for this. And I've been waiting for so long. Just give it to me. This comes out September 24th, and I cannot wait. Those were all the books I'm excited for the months of July, August, and September. I'm overheating. I'm really hot, so I've got to go. But it was really nice having you here with me for this video. What is this? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!